we go with this, boy. All right, let's get into it, y'all.
That. Fuck a bitch, do my Dougie with a big strap. I'm the type to get it crackin' where your kids at.
Fuck it, if Gotti trippin', I'm trippin'. I'm in this bitch with the smithy, when I'm top with the clipping. I'm from Pyro, but he crippin'.
Hey, gang, look here, man. This shit right here, maybe this is a new video for these guys, man, but this shit sad, bro. I'm gonna show you why this motherfucker ain't got no motion. If you go to this video, this is YG new joint. This shit ain't got no views, nigga, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I wanna say back in like the early 2000s was like the rise of gangbanger. Right? Gangbanging just went to like new heights in the 2000s. Right? You had everybody and their mama coming out repping some shit. Right? You had Lil Wayne, he became a member of the Bloods and shit. Got a whole wave started with that. Snoop Dogg was holding it down for the C's and all of those shit, man. And it was just a whole era with that. Los Angeles, California, it's been going on for a long time, right? Gangbanging, it's been going on, man, I want to say since like the 80s officially, but like the 70s and stuff like that, it was, small factions that they were organizations, then turned into gangs. But yeah, so that shit had its time period, right? And like I said, in the 2000s, the gang culture just really started to take off with the latest generation, right? Everybody named Mama was coming out repping some shit, bro. Everybody was growing up, being affiliated, yada yada. It had its time, right? But then when you started seeing people getting, RICO charges, right? The 2000s started the prominence of the RICO, right? Racketeering. I forgot what the whole shit mean, but racketeering. Pretty much a plethora of charges. You and your guys, y'all all together in the same thing. All you need is 2 or more. Bam, they hit your ass with the RICO. Give you a field goal sentence, man. End of the game, field goal score time, man. 30, 40, 50, life. Double life, shit like that. So, that sort of filtered out the gang culture to an extent, right? However, you have some diehards who are in that shit forever, right? Refuse to put down the rag. Refuse to let that shit go. You don't even have to put down the rag. Just refuse to go another way. Because what they don't realize is that they're influencing another generation after them to aspire to do the same thing. The problem with that is the majority of guys who assimilated to gang culture, right? The guys who, what you would call street soldiers, YAs, whatever you want to call them, these guys suffer they have a very different outcome than these guys that you see who just so happen to make it in entertainment, right? Sports and entertainment. These guys go on to flourish, right? They're able to provide for their families, make records and live a productive life. Whereas the culture that they're representing, the guys on the streets, they're getting a completely opposite scenario. They going to jail or getting their ass shot. When they go to jail, say goodbye to your girlfriend, say goodbye to your kids, say goodbye to your mama. They're having different variations of outcomes, right? Like I told you, just coming up in the 2000s, man, it was, how can I put it? It was prominent for everyone to, represent a neighborhood, to come from somewhere, to be affiliated, because that was just uh, the rise of the gang culture. It had a second wave in the early 2000s, right? The 90s and the 80s and shit like that. That's the uh, the start of it, right? The start of these organizations, and then they had a second surge in the early 2000s. But as that Rico shit started to kick off, and more and more and more and more groups was being taken off the streets, man, hey, that shit started to die out. But now, you know, you still got some stragglers out here. Those guys who were able to provide for themselves and feed their family, that's all the fuck they know, right? That's what got them hot. So they're not able to pivot and switch up. Like, when you see someone say, for instance, like a Snoop Dogg, Snoop Dogg's still affiliated. He's still out here rapping blue like it's going out of style. But he's also learned to pivot, and gang culture is not at the forefront of his life, right? You see him, man, doing shit with Martha Stewart. You see him, you know, everybody's commercial. He at the Olympics, you know, doing all kind of shit. Whereas you still got some crash outs like my boy right here. Hold on, let me go back to it. Oh, we do it like this. Like these dudes right here, they still on buffoonery, right? This shit that they're representing has gotten a lot of their friends and family put in jail or put underground 6 feet. So they haven't acquired a new skill. They haven't been able to pivot, right? And it's starting to show now. Like I said, if you go to this video, man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I don't know what it is about these LA beats, man. They just, man, I don't know, bro. I'm from the South, so I'm straight. But it's like there's only a few places on in America where you can go and a guy can be hot as a motherfucker his whole career in his city, in his state. He ain't even got to leave the state. You know, a lot of motherfuckers, man, you know, if they come from like the South or some shit like that, Midwest, man, they got to go travel, man, you know, get a buzz in a different region. Right? But shit, there's some places, man, like the epicenter, New York, like California, shit like that. Man, them motherfuckers be hot for years, bro. But you go to another region, the motherfuckers don't even know them, gang. That shit crazy. But that's just how it is for them big ass cities. But yeah, okay, back to this gang culture. So, if you look here, bro, my guy YG, right? YG's like around my age, gang. Nigga that's 30s. I don't know who this nigga is right here, but shit, he looked like he in his motherfucking 30s. Maybe his life been a little rough, man, in this motherfucking age. Gang, nevertheless, he's old enough to realize that still popping this shit in 2026 is not the move. Motherfuckers just got caught in LA for a RICO, the Crips, right? They fighting for their life right now, right? Bruh, all it is just a mechanism for you to be round up in a group and sent off to jail together. That's all it is. That's all a gang faction is nowadays, right? All of these dudes in the background, these guys are even worse, right? They are the embarrassments. All right, say for instance, this guy, right, YG, and this other dude right here, like I said, this shit been out for, I don't know, probably a day or two. Really ain't popping like that. These guys are, you know, on a decline, right? Because they haven't realized how to pivot yet. These guys in the back, though, life is just passing them by, right? They don't have motion, right? The only reason we're even paying attention to this video is due to the primary artist right here. These guys here are still just being casualties of circumstance. And to be honest, man, like, that's more embarrassing than being in a gang, right? Being in a gang and being in the background, not at the forefront of gang promotion. Right? Like these dudes right here, not only are they too fucking old to still be doing this, because all these motherfuckers are like they probably older than me, but they're too old to be doing this shit. And then on top of that, these motherfuckers really got no motion. To be in the background of a motherfucker video, you only in there to promote gang type purposes, man, you ain't got nothing going on, gang. Nothing at all. That shit is super embarrassing. Super. Oh man, you in the background of a nigga video throwing up signs? Where your motion at? You know what I'm saying? So, man, this shit right here is sad, man. Super sad. I just wanted to, speak a little bit on this because I know that there are a lot of young guys who watch me, and, you probably still tapped in with the culture. You might come across shit like this and think that, this is still cool. This shit is not cool, gang. It's not cool. Once you get past the age of 18, bruh. Now, I'm not saying, man, if you just happen to fuck around and get caught up in this shit, man, family ties, you was born and, all of that kind of shit, that is what it is. But once you become an adult, 18, then you have the right to make your own choices, right? This right here is not a good choice, right? Having to be crowded up with a bunch of dudes, representing a sign, a hood that you don't own, probably don't own a house on that block, probably don't own a business on that block. Shit, man. You probably, man, if you're 18 or some shit like that, man, your mama probably still buying your fucking clothes you got on. So, really, man, like this right here is just bad business. It's a poor choice. These guys right here in the front, they're entertainers, right? They promote this lifestyle. They don't live this shit that much, right? Yeah, they might, do a little hood vlog every here and there, some shit like that. These motherfuckers are rappers, bro. They not in the hood every single day. They're not. And these guys in the background, they are the real foot soldiers. They in the hood, right? And it shows. They ain't got no motion, gang. Right? The only thing they got is each other. Because I know though, none of these motherfuckers own nothing in this hood. In Los Angeles, period. Bro, every neighborhood, every Crip neighborhood, every Blood neighborhood in California. If you look up the amount of black ownership in these neighborhoods, it is less than 10%. Less than 10% out of 100% ownership. Less than 10. The people that do own some shit that are African American, they are not these motherfuckers in this video. Not even the artist owns shit in these neighborhoods. Do you hear what I'm saying? Not even YG. I don't know who this other nigga is, but no, they don't own shit in these neighborhoods that they represent. But yet they can hop on this video and throw you some motherfucking signs. So yeah, man, I just wanted to be, just a good word of reason, man, because, I know oftentimes people don't have the right influence, gang. Like, I know some of my homies, man, it's just, man, they hood niggas, bro. They don't know nothing else, right? And they're raising kids. They're raising their own kids. And they're telling them stuff like, man, hey, if you ever end up in a situation, man, stand tall, don't snitch. You signed up for this shit, yada, yada. That's the wrong fucking message, right? If your daddy is telling you some shit like this, or your mama, man, look here. I want to tell you, man, to tell them, man, fuck that, but don't be disrespectful. Just let it roll off because what they need to be telling you is don't put yourself in a situation where you can be caught up with a group of guys and go to jail. As a matter of fact, don't get caught up in a situation where you risking your life committing crimes so that you can go to jail. Jail is a system designed to waste time, to primarily waste your time, right? No one else but you, right? Jail is there waiting on you to do some stupid stuff out here so that you can come and give up some time, your life that you can never get back. You'll never see those days, months, years back. You won't see that time with your mama back. You won't see that time with your family back. Right? It's designed to wait on you to fuck up. So yeah, better advice is don't put yourself in a situation to risk going to jail at all, right? If money is your motive, there's a million different ways to get money. Watch my other channel, man. Like I give out so much game, homie. Like, bro, there's a million different ways to get paid, right? I'd rather see you running a business, starting your own business, finding you a hustle versus seeing you in the background of some motherfucker's video with a rag in your hand. Right? These dudes, like I told you, these motherfuckers look like they my age, gang. Even the young nigga right there with the blue rag. Bruh, you are 30, gang. You still representing a flag. A gang. This gang ain't gonna do shit for you other than take you away from your family. Right? In the jail's waiting. They're not tearing down any jails. They're not making them bigger either. So they just gonna stuff your ass in there with the rest of them dudes like some sardines. A little bit more of this nonsense.
Trigger figure itching, we ain't tolerating no distance.
Would've tried to keep it player, but it's too late. Spot a op and I got blower, I don't shoot phase. Niggas out they rabbit ass money like a toupee. I'm from the Blue Bricks, baby, where we shoot K's.
I'm from Top Gang, bitch, and my shoes laced.
Oh, man. I don't know if it's the beat or if it's the lyrics. One I hate more than the other. I think it's the beat, gang. I think it's the beat. Like I told you, like, I'm used to hearing just some shit that knock, man. From the South, man, you gotta have bass. These fucking, like, violins and all this whole shit. I don't know what happened to the West Coast. The West Coast used to have some good-ass beats, man. Like, when Dr. Dre was fucking taking over and all of those shit, man, he made some good-ass music. Nowadays, man, the West Coast sound just be sounding like one continuous song. That, it's like they done fell in love with the violin. They took out the 808s, fell in love with this fucking violin and just, try to change up the tempo to this violin, bro. Y'all gotta switch that shit up, man. Like, even the Game, bro. The Game was rapping on some, like, beats. This shit here is like, I don't know what to call this shit, bro.
Went on a few missions, caught a few fakes. Squabble little bitch, I think I'm Luke Cage. Got rich, you tried to change, it was too late. I wear a Glock like it's fashion, got 3 chops in the mansion. My kids know they daddy is active.
You said that shit, he proud of that shit, too. He proud of that shit. My kids know they daddy is active. You are a grown fucking man, sir. You sitting around a bunch of dudes, bro, throwing up signs. Meanwhile, he don't own any businesses in LA. None. I looked. None. No business. You got motherfuckers like Black Sam and other figures who are like buying business. They understand that you have to be the change you want to see. Ownership, man. You have to provide for your people because nobody else will provide for you. Nobody else gonna provide for you, gang. Nobody's gonna give you a handout. He been getting money too long to not own shit in LA. A car? Some fucking jewelry? Where is that gonna take you in life? Where is that gonna take them kids, nigga? Bruh, he been showing this shit since the early 2000s. The exact same thing. You ain't changed yet? You ain't grew up yet? Bruh. Bro, a man that show you the same thing in 20 years ain't learned nothing in that time, bro. Like you done wasted 20 years, guy. He been around for at least rapping probably since like I want to say like the early 2000s, like with Ty Dolla $ign and all of those shit. But bro, it's been the same thing this whole time, right? You see motherfucking artists like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg switched the game up. Snoop Dogg ain't just gangster rap no more. He rap about all kind of shit. He doing dance music. He doing R&B. Got the little Roger Zapp shit going on. I like that song too. What was that? Sensual Seduction, some shit like it. I gotta go find that song, put it on my playlist. But anyway, yeah, man, like this is just sad to see, bro. All this time been wasted. He's been in jail on the streets. He ain't progressed at all within these years. Still got that shit hanging out his pocket. Still don't own nothing. Still hanging around these niggas who don't own nothing. And they all doing the same shit. The difference is, since he got a little talent, he got a little bit more money than they got. But he still want to promote that shit. This nonsense. Man, whatever, man.
Let me go passion. They won't beat they fasting. I hate ops with a passion.
I'm the nigga brought the J.
Please don't start that shit over. Look, man, I just wanted to tap in with y'all, man, and show y'all this. Just to get y'all to think, man. Especially my young cats, bro. Like I said, it's a million different ways to get paid. A chick, bro. If you ask a chick what she desires more in life, what type of man she desires, bro. If you ask her if she just want a man who can provide, or if she want a hood nigga that, a hood nigga that can just be hard, I guarantee you she gonna tell you a nigga that can provide, bro. Because she understands that at some point, all that hood nigga shit, that phase is gonna get old. And if this hood nigga's around and he's struggling, but he got love for his homies, that shit ain't gonna help her go nowhere in life. So women start to realize that shit sooner than men, right? They start to have an adult mindset sooner than men. Like this motherfucker right here, like I told you, bro, YG, if he's not 40, he's damn near 40. Still with the same bullshit mindset he had when he was like 17, 18. He came in the game when he was young. But he's still on the same shit, bro, for like 20 years. That's why I told you. He been wasting time. Anyway, don't waste your time and don't let none of these goofy motherfuckers waste your time, right? Watch my channel. Get you some motion, man. And with that being said, man, I'm out, man. Peace out.